Good afternoon. Welcome to Fraser, Michigan. Vegas Newell Knights facing off against the Port Huron Flags. Face-off won by the Port Huron Flags in black, Vegas Newell Knights in their red, and a fan across the middle as Port Huron plays it off the wall, shoved down by Weebolt. Weebolt stick lifting Port Huron players. Pinching in is Khoury. Now to Knisley. Shot! Tip, glove, save. That one redirected off the stick of the Port Huron player. Lanfranchi to Newell to Sparks for goal number 1. Face off. Won by Vegas. Weebolt. Pass. Not sure if he was looking for the leg pad perhaps to be kicked off, but the goaltender doesn't kick out the leg pad. That rebound was going to head towards Suarez or Lackas. Streak into the net. Suarez muscles off Port Huron player. Weebolt hassling in the skates of the referee. He's got to play offense against the referee. Bouncing puck, kicked in by Khoury. Port Huron will play it out to the near side and picked up by Weebolt. Played back in and steal by Lackas. Lackas over the blue line, rimmed around the boards by Port Huron. They collect. Coming off the bench, Reid impacting the play immediately. And offsides on Port Huron. Face-off won by Vegas. Holly will head up ice with Reid. Tselikis taking the face-off. Earlier, Reid trying to get around two. He does. Drops it to Cassidy. At the right point, Cassidy lays it down the wall. Looking for Holly. Doesn't quite make it to Holly. Cassidy will get another opportunity. Flips it up the boards. Past Reid. Cut back by Port Huron. Back to Cassidy again. Cassidy shot towards the net. And off the skates of the defense for Port Huron. Tselikis dangles around a couple. Kept in by Avina at the left point. Shot wide left of the net. Tselikis trying to get to it first. And now Holly bouncing puck in the middle. Avina sticks it to the outside and will collect it. Avina hard cut and a saucer up the wall. Shot! And a glove save by Ryan Hellman with the hold. Face-off won by Vegas. Biaggi keeps it moving around to Gilliam. Gilliam off the wall up the middle to Bolster. Bolster and Sparks on the attack. Bolster to the middle. Sparks! One time just beyond the reach. Goaltender goes down and will cover. Cash and Sparks putting it back in. Good speed there by the Knights on the breakout. Saved by the goaltender. Down in the butterfly. Player goes down for Port Huron. Not sure why. Flood keeps it in deep for Vegas. Biaggi pinching in. Forces it back below the goal line. Gunner Bolster's there. Bounces over the stick of the Port Huron player. Biaggi cuts it to the middle. Shot low. It's knocked down with traffic in front. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass, too. Cross ice play. Here comes Port Huron up the middle. Gets around Biaggi. Backhand shot towards the middle. Second attempt. Port Huron not able to control that one. Stick lift by Bolster. Bolster hassled from behind. Keeps it on a stick. Centering pass to the outside. No penalty on that one. Pass up into the defensive zone for Vegas will be collected by Colton Flood as Vegas makes some changes over the blue line. Flood gains the zone over to the left side to Biaggi. Biaggi shot. That one wide right. Rims around the boards back to Flood at the right point. Scrum along the near side boards. Weebolt comes away with it. Weebolt tosses it into the left corner to be picked up by Lanfranchi, and Lanfranchi gets pinned along the boards. And Newell comes away with the puck. Poked off his stick initially. Newell shot. Goal! Lucas Newell picks the upper part of the netting and puts one home for Vegas to increase their lead to 2. .717. That goal comes. Face-off won by Vegas and dumped in. No icing. Suarez chasing along with Lackas. And now Tselikis. Pucked out to the neutral zone, picked up by Khoury. Khoury versus it back in off the skates of Lackas, but ended up on the stick of Tselikis. Lackas, one to beat. Shot wide left. There's a Suarez working down low. Tipped up past the stick of Colton Flood, and player goes down for Port Huron. Biaggi swings it around the boards to Lackas. Lackas pulls it into the zone. Onside since he had control of it, although he was over the line, blue line, before the puck. Port Huron will reverse it around the boards. Holly with the steal. Yeah, she lost an edge there on the defense, but Vegas is back. Flood dangles around one. Neutral zone, dumps it in on net. Saved by the goaltender off the leg pad. Reid got pinched along the board, and that one jumps over the stick of Flood. Flood's got one on quick. Saucers it to the outside to Biaggi. Biaggi off the boards and out to Holly. Holly saucers to the middle. Reid will take it up the left side. Reid golfs that one into the far corner. Sparks and Reid get in it with number 17 for Port Huron. And Port Huron come away with it. Good reach of Gilliam. Gilliam drops that one, and Knisley. Now Khoury gains the red line and dumps it in. And a cover by the goaltender. Face-off win by Weebolt. Knisley got a piece of it. Knisley disrupting play. Back checking is Weebolt. Still on the stick of Port Huron. Played that one on net. Played aside by the stick of Hellman. Gilliam backhanded up and tipped into the bench for a defensive zone face-off. Face-off won by Vegas off the sideboards. Bolster across the middle to Gilliam. Shot and glove save. Glove save by the goaltender who holds for a face-off to the left. Face-off win by Vegas initially. Bolster keeps it in and curls it towards the net. Bolster shot off the skates of the Port Huron player. Weebolt has the puck up on the dasher. Dropped down, now rolling along the far wall. Picked up by Port Huron, cuts back. Max Gilliam fighting for it along the far side. Poked away. Bolster also in on the scrum. Pulls that one away. And still hassling. Glove down by Weebolt. Weebolt dangles past a couple. Bouncing puck. Kept in by Knisley. Shot wide right of the net. Rebound ends up on the stick of Gilliam. Looking to go to the middle. Bolster's got to get around the referee. And does not. Puck into the neutral zone. Picked up by Port Huron. They head into the zone. Bolster trying to lay a hit. Knisley hassled. Knisley gets around one. Down on the ice. And flipped out to the neutral zone by Lanfranchi. Not going to be an icing there. Lanfranchi in a foot race. Lanfranchi cut back, steal. And not able to center it as he is taken down. No hand up by a referee. So we will play on. Tselikis gets skinny and avoids a hit on the far boards. Cassidy keeps it in towards the net. I had Lanfranchi in front, but a little bit too far right for a tip-in. Avina to the left side to Cassidy. Cassidy down the wall to looking for Newell off the back wall. Lanfranchi now will put it around. That one jumps over the stick of Cassidy. And offsides, and they'll say all the way down, maybe, or center ice. Center ice face-off. 7 seconds remaining in the first period. Newell a couple times in the skate of Port Huron. And there's the buzzer to end period number 1. Vegas Junior Golden Knights add to that period. Lanfranchi to Newell to Sparks. And I believe Lanfranchi to Newell on goal number 2. No shots on goal tracked here. Sorry for anyone that's looking for those stats. Ryan Hellman back to the crease. And we'll do a change here. Weevil centering Lackas and Suarez. Port Huron with the steal. Gets around Biaggi. Biaggi hassling, able to get the puck back. Played out. Lackas dumps that one towards the net. Goaltender will scoop it behind the net, below the goal line. Far corner. Puck into the neutral zone. Biaggi plays it up and in. Hassling is Lackas. Puck to the outside, jumps over the stick. And Flood comes away with it. Lackas now up ice. Suarez chases. Port Huron gets to it first. Cut back by Port Huron. Holly quickly on the ice. Weebolt off the boards and up. High into the air. Off the dome of Suarez. Drops into the zone. Flood up the boards and dumped in by Suarez. Holly will chase. Puck won by Port Huron. Hassled by Reid. And now Cashin Sparks walking into the middle. Backhand save by the goaltender. Flood at the right point. Lays it down the wall looking for Reid. Reid trying to trap that one out of the air. Pokes it free to Sparks. Sparks cuts back. Reid will come and pick it out of the skates. Off the boards back to Flood, who will walk it towards the middle now. Shot low. And a goal! Low shot by Flood. Did Gilliam get a piece of that? Not sure. Off win by Vegas. Bolster up ice. Tselikis and Gilliam streaking towards the middle. Scrum in the left corner to the left of the goaltender. Tselikis drops it to Khoury. Khoury swings it to the right side. Knisley walks it in. Shot blocked in the skates of the Port Huron player. Knisley able to get it back. Rimmed around the boards. Knisley will get there and rims it back around. Didn't quite make it all the way around to the left side. Cashin Sparks was there initially. Now Sparks pinned along the boards. Bolster trying to dig something out of the skates. as they're in a scrum on the left side. Port Huron come away with it. Good stick by Khoury, dispossesses the Port Huron player. Vegas re-enter the zone. Max Gilliam. Pass to the middle, looking for Tselikis. Gilliam with the puck, centering pass, nobody in a red jersey. And Port Huron not able to clear it, Bolster. And an offsides on Vegas. Avina over the blue line. Avina saucer to the middle, off the skates of the defense and in to the zone, just past the net. Almost went into the net. Avina back to collect. Cassidy on the left side. Cassidy up the wall to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi towards the middle, loose puck. And Newell with the goal. Newell chips it over. Lanfranchi with the shot. Goaltender thought he had it, but it wasn't covered up all the way. And Newell puts it past the goaltender at 10:36. And goaltender pulled for the Port Huron Flags. New goaltender in the net. Can't, so hard to read their numbers with the dark on dark. Can't tell who's who, but definitely he's got some different pads. That I can see. Sparks backhands it along the wall below the net to Suarez. Suarez cut back again, looking for a pass. Tries to drop that one to Biaggi. Biaggi keeps it in along the left post, traps it in again. Flood is back in the neutral zone to collect. Dumps it back in again. Lackas will chase the rimmed around puck. Keeps it in. Down the wall to Sparks and chipped out of play by Port Huron. Face-off win by Vegas. Scrum in the near side with Tselikis and Hawley. Good pressure by Tselikis. Forces a turnover. Tselikis curling around, one-timer to the middle. Reid, point blank. Puck rimmed around the glass, now on the dasher. Hits the pad at the bench and out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Biaggi. Biaggi into the zone. Biaggi walking it down. Curling to the front. Shot. And just short. Second attempt. Biaggi coming around. Third attempt. And a goal. 5-hole. Biaggi. Third time's a charm. And puck in the defensive zone for Vegas. Khoury plays it up to Bolster. Bolster to Gilliam, who drags it, reaches way back to get to it. Curling around. Khoury winds up. Shot low. Pad save. Puck is loose, and now we've got a whistle. Face off, win by Vegas. Lanfranchi to Newell below the goal line. Looking to split the wickets of the defense to hit Sparks in the slot, but does not make it. Another face off to the right of the goaltender this time. Face off win by Vegas. Knisley to Khoury. Khoury one time towards the middle. Sparks trying to get a piece of it. Port Huron plays out into the neutral zone, collected by Knisley. Tipped into the zone by Port Huron. Puck rolling next to it, hassled. Khoury reverses. Chipped up, glove down by Port Huron off the skates of Newell. Bouncing puck rolls up the stick of Knisley, loose in front, and played aside by Khoury. Shot blocked off of Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi in a foot race. Lanfranchi with the stick lift. Newell to Lanfranchi. Towards the middle. Khoury, one time. Thought he was going to one time. He drags it. Stick drag. And here come Port Huron on the attack. Stick lift. As he's holding Khoury's stick, nothing there in the way of a penalty. Chipped up the ice, looking for Newell. Newell hassling. Puck past the near side now to the middle for Port Huron over the blue line. Shot wide left. Khoury will collect. Play it to the far side to Newell. Newell touch to the front to Tselikis. Tselikis trying to curl that around the defense, and now puck out into the neutral zone. And dumped back down. I was going to say no ice, as Knisley let that one go initially. Lackas will collect. Up ice to Tselikis. Tselikis will cut back. He's got Lackas on the right side, dumped in by Tselikis as he gained the red line. Lackas gets to it first below the goal line. Plays it to the near side. Fanned on it was Port Huron, and Lackas chips it back deep into the zone. Suarez there along with Sparks with the stuff. Trying to stuff that one near post as he's just coming right off the bench. Avina right on the line. Swings it to Cassidy at the left point. Port Huron trying to curl up. Cassidy with a good step. And Vegas keep it in the zone. Bouncing puck off some legs. Too many men could have been. Vegas making changes. Port Huron dump it in. Cassidy back to collect. Cassidy up to Holly. Holly over the red line, dumps it in, bouncing puck, and a save by the goaltender who holds for the whistle. Score 5-0 in favor of the Vegas Junior Golden Knights. 5:43 to go in period number 2. I believe this might turn into a running clock at the goal differential. Still 5 at the start of the third period. Kept in by Biaggi. Biaggi, stick battle along near side wall. And offsides, I believe. Face off one by Port Huron. Immediately pressuring his bolster. Up to the middle. Biaggi back to collect. Out to the outside. Flood plays it up. To the stick, though, Port Huron. Looking for a centering pass. Bouncing puck in the middle. Nobody there in the black jerseys, or at least it jumped past him. Saucered up to Wiebolt. Wiebolt over the blue line. Wiebolt shot. Tipped off the stick of Port Huron and wide. Wiebolt plays that around to Gilliam. Gilliam gets pinned in. Wiebolt tries to help him dig it out. In the feet. Gilliam pinches the skates together. And Wiebolt comes away with a centering pass. Stick lifted to bolster. Blood pulls it out to the right side. Shot low. Tipped wide left. Biaggi pinching in. Keeps puck deep in the zone for Vegas. Bolster. Stick lifted. And dispossessed to the puck. 2-on-1. Shot and a goal. Port Huron score their first goal, 4:26 in period number 2. Sorry for the bouncing scoreboard. Have a little girl getting some extra, and boy getting some exercise in the bleachers. Puck in the near corner. Picked out by Tselikis. Stick lifted. Knisley will collect. Play it to the outside of Newell. Newell off the board, up the wall to Tselikis. Tselikis will get there in time. To the middle, one-time goal. Lanfranchi. Tselikis to Lanfranchi. Dumped in by Vegas. Port Huron with the puck in the left face-off circle. Plays it out towards the middle. Trying to backhand that one up. Khoury back on the defense. Khoury hassled. Swings it to the right side to Pierce Knisley. One touch in the middle to Newell. And now Tselikis. Tselikis shouldered off the puck by the defense of Port Huron. And shot tipped. And into the netting. Nobody knew where it was for a period of time there, as there is a black curtain behind the net, which makes it difficult to see a black puck. So since that one went off the stick of Port Huron, the puck comes outside the zone. Cassidy over the blue line. Shot wide left of the net, off the stick of the goaltender. Sparks steal from below the goal line. And a goal. No goal, he says. Not sure why he didn't catch it to call it a goal. I think he corrected it and said it was a goal. Vegas Unigoal Knights now up 7-1 and a cover by the goaltender. 2:54 to go in period number 2. Face off, won by Vegas. Shot by Holly in the slot, or just below the right face-off circle. Port Huron come away with the puck. Sticked away by Avina. Bouncing puck in the skates of Holly, bouncing around. Weevil comes away with it. Weevil lays that one to Reid. Reid shot. That one wide right of the net. Picked up by Port Huron. Played up, but not out. Reid curls back. Reid. Shot. Play below the goal line. Weevil curls around. Drops to Cassidy at the left point. Cassidy shot. Tipped down in front. And a scrum and a whistle. 2:04 to go in period number 2. Off. Won by Port Huron. Tselikis fans on that one. Biaggi on the defense. Shot off the skates of Gilliam. Gilliam on the chase. Plays that one to the middle. Biaggi coming up. Pass to the middle. And nobody there for Vegas. Khoury rubs off the Port Huron player all along the boards. In the skates. Sorry, not Khoury. That was Flood. Tselikis over the blue line. Leaves that one off for Biaggi. Biaggi shot towards the net. Saved by the goaltender, who holds with no rebound. Face off be taken by Sparks. Back to Khoury at the left point. Khoury turns him, plays it down the wall to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi and Sparks in a stick battle. Played out to Knisley at the right point. Knisley dumps it in deep below the goal line. Lanfranchi, a little bit of time, and then he didn't. Newell pressuring. Bouncing puck ends up on the stick of Port Huron as they exit the zone up the near boards, all over the red line and dump in. Knisley to collect with 36 seconds to go in the period. Newell flipped up into the neutral zone and played out of play by Port Huron with 27.4 seconds to go in period number 2. Face off won by Vegas, dumped in by Weebolt to Port Huron, who backhanded around the boards. Khoury keeps it in at the left point. Lackas walking with the puck, hassled by Port Huron. Scrum along the near corner. Might get a whistle here if they can't separate as they run out of time on the clock. Vegas with an active period. Vegas tack up 5 that period to make the total 7-1. Face off win by Port Huron. played up the ice. I think this might be a running clock period. Offsides on Port Huron. We'll see here. And it is indeed a running clock. 13:41 remaining. Avina to the left side to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi and Newell over the blue line with Weeble. On the defense, Cassidy and Avina. Weeble's got 3 on him. Should mean there's some others open. Centering pass and a shot and goal. Newell. Weeble to Newell. 8-1. Face-off win by Port Huron and dispossessed by Colton Flood. Between the legs to the middle, turned over. Puck rimmed around the boards. Suarez trying to get there. Gets the skate on it, seals off the boards. And Port Huron will collect, but hassled before by Tselikis, forcing the turnover. Suarez curls around, rims it down the boards, but right to Port Huron. Lackas trying to find in his skates, does off the Port Huron player. Bouncing puck. And that one's chipped past Biaggi at the left point. Flood is back. Puck along near side boards. Tselikis shoved down Suarez, digs it out, and chipped towards the goaltender, who lays it off for his teammate, who's hassled by Holly. And number 4 with some speed for Port Huron brings it into the zone. Puck below the goal line, picked up by Flood, rimmed around boards. Left point man pinching in for Port Huron. Plays it back below the goal line. Tselikis back to collect now. Holly with some time. Up ice to Reid. Reid chips it into the zone. Reid chasing. Just poked off. He'll hold up and drop it. Biaggi fans on that one. Gilliam almost gets to it. Right off the bench. Shot by Reid and a glove save by the goaltender from the first period. Face-off win by Vegas. Bolster goes down. Gilliam gets to it. Seals off the puck. 10:33 to go in the third period. Scoreboard does not reflect the actual score. It's actually 8-1. And that puck slows up right in front of the Port Huron bench. A lot of snow there. Gilliam to the middle of the Sparks. Sparks get held up. Bolster on the follow-up. Now Knisley to Khoury. Khoury cutting to the forehand. Khoury runs out of a runway space. And pass to the opposite side off the stick of Foreman. Gilliam will curl around and head back in the zone. Gilliam gets around one. And making changes is Sparks. Weeble on the ice. Saucers up ice, picked off by Knisley. Knisley holds, and now into the zone. Knisley shot. Blocker saved by the goaltender. Rebound ends up on the far wall. Weeble pressuring. Stick lift. Lanfranchi comes in to help out. Knisley cuts back around one. Back to the forehand. Shot low off the skate. And unfortunately in for number 29. Knisley, I believe, will be credited with that goal. 9-1 Vegas. Face-off win by Vegas. Avina saucers it up the near side wall, looking for Newell. And chipped in, no icing, says the referee. We'll play on. Stick lift by Lanfranchi. Pick up by Weeble. Off the boards to Cassidy at left point. Shot. Wide left of the net. Newell on the pressure. Scrum. Newell with the puck. Lays it off to Avina. Avina cuts the middle. Cuts back. Newell, or Avina down the left board. Lays it down to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi back to Avina. Shot. Low. Tipped. Bouncing puck and a hold by the goaltender with 8:12 to go in period number 3. $7:50 to go in the period and the game. Lackas gets pinned along the board, spins away and comes away with it. Lackas down the wall to Suarez. Lackas and Suarez working down low. In the scrum, puck comes out to Port Huron, number 4, who is immediately hassled by Lackas. Lackas goes down, no hand up by the referee. Cassidy on the defense, gets a stick on it. Shot, and a glove save by Hellman. Scoops and covers, not covers, but glove, hold, no rebound. $7:02 to go. Face-off win by Vegas. Flood rims that one around the boards for Reid. Reid up ice to Sparks on the breakout. Sparks up to Holly. Holly has it just jump off his stick. Reid on the follow-up will pick up the loose puck to the middle. One-timer. Sparks doesn't quite catch that one cleanly, but puck ends up below the goal line still. Biaggi pinching in to keep it in the zone. Now Reid hassling. Flood keeping it in at the right point. Reid cutting to the middle. Biaggi from the left point tipped off a stick of Port Huron and to the back of the glass. Reid takes a hit at the glass and falls on him. Referee says up. And number 1 into the zone for Port Huron. Reid up ice to Gilliam. Gilliam, 4 to beat. Trying to cut to the middle. Dispossessed in the left face-off circle. Weeble pokes the puck away, coming straight off the bench. Gilliam almost gets a steal in the middle. Puck backhanded out by Port Huron. Flood to collect. Bolster angles that one into the zone. Picked up by Port Huron. Weeble dangling. Flood off the skates. Swings it to the far side to Gilliam. Gilliam will get that on his forehand. Shot off some traffic in front. Bouncing, glove down. Waiting for his stick to get it back, and glove was Weeble. Flood will backhand that one down the wall with 5 minutes on the running clock. In period number 3, Port Huron flip it up. Vegas with the steal. Puck back to Floody. Floody right back into the mix. Gilliam in the skates. Poke it out. Need to switch the attack. Knisley. Back to Flood to Knisley. Knisley up ice to Bolster. Bolster over the blue line. Dangles. And held up. And we got a penalty coming. Cross check on Port Huron player number 3, maybe. Cross check is the call. We'll say the time is 4:15. Power play number 1. Avina goes down. Cassidy collects, backhands it to the near side to Tselikis. Tselikis back to Cassidy as Vegas tries to set up their power play, but having a little problem. Newell comes back, steals it, plays it over to the left side to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi over the blue line. Puck played into the near side. Cassidy and Avina switch sides. Port Huron, shorthanded attempt here. Avina's taken down. No call. Tselikis back to help collect the puck. Cross ice. Now up to Newell, tipped into the zone. With 32 seconds to go on the power play for Vegas. Rimmed around. Cassidy keeps it in. Chipped out of the zone by Port Huron. Avina is hassled. Avina up ice to Newell. Newell plays it between the skates. And dispossessed. Lackas just coming off the bench. Newell. And tried to center that one to Lackas. And the Port Huron are going to come back to full strength. Just coming off the bench, Jaden Suarez gets a piece of it, kicked to the skate of Lackas. Shot low, tipped, and just rolling out of reach. Goaltender without his stick. As defender handed back to him. Lackas hassled with 2:13 to go. Lackas tackled in the corner and a whistle. Depends on how long it takes them to separate everybody. It might run out the rest of the clock. Got quite a few black jerseys on the ice here. There we go. Figure out what line's supposed to be on. Sparks take the face off. Knisley swings it to the left side to Khoury. Puck up ice. Khoury keeps it in initially. Puck tipped out into the neutral zone by Port Huron. Now Knisley off the boards and in. 1:14 to go in the period. Vegas still with high pressure. Khoury tips it up. Second attempt, third attempt, and it's out in the neutral zone with Holly. Holly's got 2 to beat. Card cut back. Chip to the middle to Reid. And Reid stood up in the slot. Shot! Save and a hold by the goaltender on the shot coming from the left face-off circle by Weeble. 45 seconds to go. Maybe one more puck drop here. And that's it. Right now, the score is a 9-1. Score not reflected on the scoreboard. The actual score. Shot off the glove of the goaltender into the netting for another face-off. Should be on the same side. And we're going to have a change. And they're just going to call the game. And Vegas, with win number 2 of the tournament, play tomorrow morning at 8:15 Eastern time, I believe, against the Toledo Cherokee.